Good morning, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. I've got this gorgeous 2015 Ford Fusion Energi hybrid for you today. This is a plug-in hybrid, and this will be a test drive and driving impression review of this vehicle. We do have an in-depth walk around of this vehicle where we go through the ins and outs and demonstrate many of its options and features for you. We'll not be doing that during this particular video. Again, this will be a pure driving impression video where we'll be getting behind the wheel, putting this vehicle through its paces and taking you along with us for the ride. Taking a quick walk around just so you can see how brilliant the condition of the body and finish and the paint are. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and hop on in and get started. So long as the vehicle has its key inside, or the key is in your pocket, in your purse, or anywhere on your person, you could just put your foot on the brakes and hit this button right over there. It'll start the engine. We have 157,127 miles. Beautiful condition. As you can see, you have your touchscreen GPS navigation system here. You also have heated and cooled seats. Great option. We'll go ahead and get our seat belts on and get started. This is the titanium trim, so this is the one with all the bells and whistles and all the goodies. This vehicle does come in an SE trim, which would be its base model. Pardon me, let me go ahead and turn my phone on silent here for the video. We'll get at least one or two telemarketing calls if we don't. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. I used to own one of these. I actually had a 2013 SE model, and I used it to commute from city to city, go into auctions, and I placed a ton of miles on mine. It was one of the best vehicles I have ever owned. Not only is it extremely comfortable, luxurious, fun, and easy to drive, but it's also very reliable. I never really had any trouble with mine. Had one coolant leak coming out of a hose that was right on top of the radiator, which I replaced for just a couple bucks myself. Other than that, the vehicle never broke down on me, never left me stranded, and mine, believe it or not, had a ton of more miles on it than this one. At the time that I sold it, at least, I bought it with less miles on it. Very happy with it. Extremely smooth vehicles, quiet, comfortable, luxurious, modern looking, advanced looking. Many of the creature comforts that you would come to expect from newer vehicles, such as heated and ventilated seats, navigation system, power seats, premium sound system. This vehicle has it all. It's got the touch pads on all four door handles, so you can enter and lock and unlock the vehicle just by placing your hands on the door handle. Push button start, no need to ever take your key out for any reason. Speaking of keys, it does come with both smart keys, and these things cost a small fortune to replace, so it's great that it has both smart keys, and it also has a standard stationary key that it came with from brand new as well. So all the books and manuals and keys that the vehicle came with brand new, the vehicle is still equipped with. And as we press our brakes here and slow down, we're feeling no shaking on the steering wheel, no shaking on the pedal, no shaking on the chassis, nothing that would indicate any warpage of the brakes or rotors whatsoever. These things are equipped with e-CVT transmissions, which actually have 70% less moving parts than a regular transmission. They're actually quite reliable because they're much less complicated, and electric power is actually going to be a little bit more reliable than a standard transmission with a torque converter or a dual clutch, as you would find in many vehicles of this age and this type. This section of road, folks, is going to have a lot of uneven surfaces, potholes, and rough roads. This section really does put the vehicle through its paces, and if there's any clunks or rattles or squeaks, we'll typically hear it here, and I'm not hearing anything. I'm just hearing the sound of the tires going over these rough pavements and hearing your California hard-earned tax dollars at work here. On this next road, we'll go ahead and stop at a complete stop, and we'll accelerate at about 75% throttle going up this hill with the air conditioning blasting. And we'll do a 0 to 60 pull, see how fast we can get to 60 from a complete stop. We'll pull over right over here momentarily. Show you that our speed is now 0. Then 3, 2, 1, and go. About 75% throttle here. Broke traction on the tires. And you can see that this is not vehicle. This is a quite impressively performing hybrid vehicle. 0 to 60 and before you know it. Folks, the plug-in portion of this vehicle just gives you an additional 20-mile range going in full electric mode. You don't have to use it, but if you do use it, it takes about 4 to 4.5 hours to fully charge, and you'll get your first 20 miles full electric mode. No gasoline used whatsoever, and then after your electric runs out, it reverts to just a standard regular hybrid, just like the non-plug-in version of this car, or more commonly known as like the Toyota Prius, for example. Remember when the pandemic first happened, wanted to kind of keep our cans clean and not touch the fuel pumps. That's actually during the time that I had my Fusion. I live about 17 miles away from work over here, so I would charge my Fusion at home, get to work using no gas. I would charge it at work, get home using no gas, and I did that for weeks and months at a time. And I remember there was a stretch where I went over 2,000 miles and with one tank of fuel. You heard correctly, 2,000 miles with one tank of fuel. And I love charging it at work because we get commercial rates for electricity here through SMUD, so it cost me nearly nothing to charge it up at work, and it was one of the greatest vehicles I owned. I think that vehicle paid for itself several times over, and just all the fuel savings that it granted me. Folks, as we make our way back, I ask you for a special favor. If you've enjoyed this video, please do consider giving us a thumbs up and also subscribing to our channel. It greatly helps us out. We are really focusing on our YouTube channel this year, and we cannot grow it without your help. So please hit the thumbs up button. If you've enjoyed it, please also subscribe and hit the bell notification icon. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop us a note in the comments section, or you may decide to just call us directly here at the lot at any time at area code 916-765-7575. You can also reach us 24/7, 365 days a year on our website, which is www.directautooutlet.com. As we make our way back to the lot here, do want to express my gratitude and thank you for joining us throughout the entirety of this video. We certainly do appreciate that. We hope to have the opportunity to work and interact with each and every one of you in the near future. I do want to demonstrate the backup camera on this vehicle for you real quick. So as we pull into the lot here, we're going to back into one of these spots, and you'll see how brilliantly the backup camera works. As soon as you throw it into reverse, as you can see, you also have trajectory, so as you turn your wheel, that line does move, giving you an indication of where your vehicle will end up if you continue to go in reverse. As you can see, we'll go ahead and perfectly back ourselves into the spot, and little chirps indicating that we've gotten close, and that orange line will turn into red as we get close, and that chirp will increase. Electronic parking brake, so all you have to do is pull up on there and the parking brake engages. Thank you so much, folks. Hope to see you guys here soon. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.